Greetings from Boston. My name is Aaron Knapp. I hope everyone is doing wonderfully. Well, we had a jam-packed marathon day of tennis yesterday at the Cincinnati Masters that included no fewer than 2 full matches played by the great Roger Federer. A number of other players did have to play 2 matches as well due to the rain suspensions on Thursday. Well, Federer, at 37 years old, folks, came out on top in both of his matches and has landed a spot in the semifinal, which will go forward later today. I want to talk about his round of 16 and quarterfinal matches against Leonardo, Mayer, and Stan Wawrinka, respectively. I want to talk about a few of the other round of 16 and quarterfinal matches, preview the semifinals, but more importantly, preview and give you a prediction of the final. So subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. This is Tennis Talk Daily. The courts are playing fast, and many of the players are bringing their A games this week. It has been a great week of tennis. I am very inspired. Well, since we last spoke, quite a lot has happened. There's been a few upsets. We were keeping our eye, for example, on Stefanos Tsitsipas. He lost in his first-round match against David Goffin, who will be in the semifinal against Federer later today. There was also the upset of John Isner by Sam Querrey. I guess that's kind of a mini upset. That was quite a close matchup, but it was in the first round. And then finally, Alexander Zverev fell to Robin Haase in Zverev's opening round match. Well, in the round of 16, we had the Federer match against Leonardo Mayer. The first set was a pretty routine affair. Mayer seemed to be suffering under some nerves, possibly, but certainly was not performing up to the level that he can perform at. Federer was taking advantage of that and basically crushed the Argentine 6-1 in the first set. Well, in the second set, Mayer started to charge through his service games a lot more convincingly. He still couldn't, incidentally, secure a single break point on the Federer serve. In the tiebreaker, Federer went up 5-1 before the Argentine drove the great Federer to 6-6 in the breaker. Well, it looked to be a nail-biter at that point, but before anybody could understand what happened, some expert volleying and an ace by Federer gave Federer the breaker 8-6 and the match, as well as a spot in the quarterfinal against Stan Wawrinka. In the other round of 16 matches, Delpo outdid Nick Kyrgios 7-6, 6-7, 6-2, but then later in the day fell to David Goffin in 2 closely contested sets that each involved a tiebreaker. Djokovic, meanwhile, trimmed Dimitrov and then managed to come out on top over Milos Raonic, who was playing very well. At one point, Djokovic smashed his racket after Raonic broke Djokovic's serve in the first set. Well, the racket smash apparently did Djokovic well because he went on to break back and take the first set. Djokovic looks good, folks, but you know, at the end of this match with Raonic, it really did seem like Raonic was more of the loser than Djokovic was the winner in a way. The win kind of relied on the unforced errors from Raonic rather than affirmatively excellent play and attacking play from Djokovic. But listen, there were some real bright spots in that match for Djokovic as well. Let's talk about Djokovic when we talk about the semifinal that's basically occurring right now. But in the quarterfinal between Federer and Wawrinka, Federer did prevail, and this was a close match. It was 6-7, 7-6, 6-2. Coming into this match, the head-to-head between these two countrymen was in favor of Federer. Very lopsided, in fact. It was 20-3. This was a beautiful match to watch. 2 fantastic one-handed backhands on display, and Stan Wawrinka is back. He very possibly, folks, could be winning more Grand Slams soon. He's been, sort of fighting on the streets for the last couple of months, battling it out in the early rounds often losing, but now he is beginning to find form, and he served very well in the course of this match. Federer was getting break points, he just couldn't convert them. On the other hand, Stan really also couldn't get into Federer's serve. Federer just squeezed out of the second set tiebreak, but then something happened after the second set. Stan's level of play continued basically at the same level, and Stan was playing extremely well, folks. Very, very well. Again, I think he could win further Grand Slams, but Federer just raised his game. I haven't seen anything like this from Federer, folks. It's been a few months. And in fact, it's kind of reminiscent of the Australian Open in 2017. Federer simply turned it on in the third set against Stan. The last set in a day that included 2 matches. Federer at 37 should have been all pooped out, but he saved the best for last. Well, that's very promising, and that bodes very well for Federer going into the semifinal with Goffin. Well, the 2 semis will be, on the one hand, Djokovic versus Cilic, and that's a very close matchup, folks. Djokovic leads in the head-to-head, but Cilic has beat Djokovic in their last 2 meetings, which have been the only 2 times Cilic has prevailed over Djokovic. So that one's hard to predict. In fact, I think I give Cilic a bit of an edge there. The other semifinal, of course, is between Federer and Goffin. The head-to-head there is 6-1. They've met on all surfaces. The last time they met, Goffin won. It was at the ATP Finals, and Federer took the first set, but then Goffin took the next 2 sets. Federer was having a very hard time converting the many break points he was able to secure against Goffin's serve. So I think this comes down to conversion rate on break points. Federer can create the break points, but his conversion rate is fairly low. So if he can convert against Goffin tonight, he will win, and the final, in my prediction, will probably be Cilic versus Federer, and I think Federer holds the edge here, particularly in light of what he demonstrated yesterday. Such resolve, such endurance, such form, such dependability on his serve. Well, I think he's the favorite to win it. It's going to be his 99th. Drop a comment. I will be back tomorrow with a comment on the final as it happened. I hope everyone is well. Bye for now.